Do the 49ers still believe in Trey Lance?
Yeah, I think they have to believe in Trey Lance. I mean, he's going to be the guy throughout the spring, throughout the summer, probably throughout September. And the hope is that all those repetitions, all that opportunity is going to get him going, get him on the roll that everybody thought that he could reach. I mean, he was always about potential, and I know people look at him being drafted third overall and you expect, okay, third overall, all the resources that they gave up to get him, he's got to be good, from jump. But the 49ers never thought that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they don't deserve any criticism for this approach, but they thought that, okay, this guy has got all the foundational pieces that we're looking for. He's smart. We like his processing. He's big. He's got a big arm. We like his character. This is what we want. And if we can afford to bring him along slowly, we can turn him into a magnificent quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. And it's still being brought along slowly. And that's the frustration from everybody. But I think that there's an opportunity to hit the accelerator this off season, and he's ready for it, and he should be healthy. It hasn't been bad play that's torpedoed
Right.
Trey Lance's career. It's been injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main concern in the building, is that this guy's gotten injured a lot. The finger in the preseason of his rookie year, the knee after his first start his rookie year. There may have been another one in practice I've heard about. It wasn't major, but still kind of things that you want that arc to be a steady rise.
Right.
It's been jagged to this point. So that's the big concern. My question and the one that is really going to piss Shanahan off as he's asked this throughout the offseason is, do you alter your approach with Lance? Do you make him less of a running quarterback to minimize those injury risks? Because the two big ones that he's had, the ankle and the knee,
Mm-hmm.
were both on runs.
Right.
And he still thinks that he's playing JMU, and he's going after a 155-pound safety. And really, these guys are 250, and
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to win those battles.
Yeah, at 49ers Web Zone, I do during the season a weekly mailbag. When it's the off season, it's a every other week thing. I know that you do one at the Athletic, and so I'm guessing you probably know full well what this is about. But I get so many questions or statements about how Trey Lance is a bust. And I've argued till I'm blue in the face. In fact, in our latest mailbag, which was last week, I said that I feel like I'm in the movie Groundhog Day. It's like the same thing over and over again. And there's no way we can call him a bust at this point. But one of the things that concerns me is that at the Combine, John Lynch seemed to talk like the 49ers have already in their mind have made Brock Purdy QB1 if he's healthy. And then he said something to the effect, and I don't have the quote here, but he said something to the effect of what Trey Lance needs is to stay healthy. He needs reps, and we have to figure out a way to get him that playing time. And considering the situation they're in with Brock Purdy, that just struck me like, man, are they really in it? Because I've been one of the ones saying, yes, they still believe in him. But am I reading too much into that, or did you kind of take it in a similar way that maybe they're just so in on Brock Purdy that they're not quite as sold on Trey Lance?
Well, I mean, Purdy has shown it. I mean, he went on a 7-game winning streak. He fought through that oblique injury, and I mean, there was just a lot of impressive things about what Purdy did. I mean, and I think if he hadn't gotten hurt, he would certainly be the number one quarterback going into this offseason. September is going to be interesting because let's say that, Trey Lance gets all of the spring reps and all of the preseason game reps, and he's the starter for week one, and he does well. And he does well in week two, and the 49ers, unlike the previous two seasons, get off to a good start. I mean, what happens when Purdy's 100%? I don't see the 49ers changing horses midstream if they're winning with one quarterback.
Right.
And I think the idea will be, Purdy will get his chances. And when he does, we expect him to, be the Brock Purdy we saw last year. So, I mean, that to me is a really ideal situation for the 49ers. And let's just say Lance starts the whole season, which, as we all know, is probably not going to happen. But if he did, then that's the real question. What do the 49ers do at that point? Because I think they'll still be convinced that they can win with Purdy. They've just won with Lance. And so I think then you get a trade scenario. They deal one of those guys and maybe deal him for quite a bit.